What's up, people? Back at you again this morning with another Moralities Moment. This is the next vid in my video series entitled First Things First. This morning's note is entitled Integrity First. The note says, first heart, then the head, and with hands. The moral, mental, and martial life is sacred. Integrity first. To define integrity, integrity means the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness, the state of being whole and undivided. I think this morning's vid is going to focus more so on that last definition, the state of being whole and undivided. So in the note it says first heart, then the head with hands. My next note says when the heart and the mind follows. A lot of times, the issues we have in life, they're heart issues, because, we're quick to attack the flesh, but the flesh is only reacting to something that's going on the inside. So if we can help address the issues that's going on the inside, then we can help change the mindset, and then we can change the action. See, then it goes back to that heart, the head, and the hands, which I'm going to explain next. Engage head, heart, and hands for effective change. We got it. If we're going to have effective change in our lives, if we're going to be stand in integrity, if we're going to be whole and undivided, we're going to have to engage head, heart, and hands. And I'm going to explain that in a second. The relationship between head, hands, and the heart is not as simple as we first thought. For example, to get somebody to act in a certain way, should we first appeal to their feelings and then explain? Or should we explain first and then get them enthused? The answer seems to depend on the circumstances and the individual. It's always different approaches to deal with people and their issues of integrity. Do you tell them? Do you explain first so they can get an understanding, or do you get them, enthused, or whatever the approach is? You have to be, you have to decide depending on the individual and the circumstance. But this is my point, and I think I'm going to wrap with this. He says when working in change, when you are trying to understand people, or when you are just trying to persuade them or something, it can be very helpful to consider all three H's in your analysis and plan. If you could get a person's head, heart, and hands all working together, then you have the person. And that's why it's important. The Bible tells us from a man's heart flows the issues of his life. And generally speaking, and I'm not claiming to be all wise and no expert or whatever, the heart issues that we deal with cause us to think a certain way and to act a certain way. And this is where the three H's come in. And I said, and my statement said engage heart, head, and hands for effective change. So here's where the rubber meets the road. If you can help a person deal with their heart issues, then in turn you will help them change their mindset, which again, now you got them thinking, you're in their head, and then when they think a different way, then their actions become different, so they put in their hands to different things. So if we help people address heart issues, we can help them change their mind, and then their actions, which would represent their hands, would tend to do something different. So again, just remember, standing in integrity, to be whole, to be undivided, it's important that we engage head, heart, and hands for effective change. Hope you enjoyed this morning's morality moment. Peace, and I'm out.